T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Right now I am reviewing Power Rangers Lightning Collection Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger. The Mighty Morphin Blue Ranger in the US was only portrayed by one actor, David Yost. He was the same character, known as Billy, throughout all the time he spent in this costume. No other character was the Blue Ranger, unlike some of the other Power Rangers from Mighty Morphin series. Here's the side artwork. Here's this on the back. And like I've been saying, these packagings remind me a lot of what Bandai does with their SH figure arts. I'm going to start with the accessories. Each and every one of these Power Rangers come with the Blade Blaster. It only comes in its fully extended, ready to use as a gun mode. Like normally, this should be shut up to here and this would pull back and they would close together and they can put it in his holster like that. But unfortunately, it's always open, so sometimes this stuff gets in the way when it comes to posing, but at least they still gave us the holster and he can put it in there. He actually has two gripping hands, so you can put the gun in whatever hand you want. It's not a very tight fit, to be honest. Outside of that, he comes with these two power maces. I believe that's the name. If I'm not right, somebody will correct me in the comments. I'll pin their comment to the top, so 100 people won't be correcting me. But this is what they look like. They do have ports on the bottom. I am not sure why. You can see the power coin on there. Or I should say you can vaguely see it because it's so tiny, but it should be the Triceratops. They're made out of a pliable material, but not super. They aren't rigid at all. Naturally, he can look well in whatever type of pose you decide to put him in, because he is crazy poseable. And with this guy, I now have all the 5 Mighty Morphin Power Ranger weapons, and I can form their most powerful weapon. I'll do that at the end. When the Blue Ranger decides to, he can put his power maces together and form the Power Lance. Every figure usually comes with some type of power effect. I'm not exactly sure on how you are supposed to use this, but you can make up your own mind. I'll just wrap it around this thing. Oh, with the lightning effect, you can do stuff like this. They all have peg holes in the bottom of the feet so they can stand on things like NECA stands. I'll put a link in the description for where you can find some. Here's another idea. Everything they did to the enemies produced sparks and lightning and all that. So maybe he's stabbing Goldar and causing a blue lightning to attack him. Besides the grippy hands, if you pull on it hard enough, you can pull the hand out and put these optional fists in. He comes with 2 fists. That is great. And yeah, that's good enough for me. And it's certainly easy, like I keep saying, with his posability to get him into some type of good pose with the fist or the grippy hands with weapons in them. It's awesome. Before we get to the final accessory, let's just take a closer look at Billy himself. I like the way they sculpted it so you can see wrinkles in the costume, and the anatomy is way more show accurate and accurate to an actual human than any of the other lines. Like I think the SH Figure Arts ones and the Bandai USA figures, I forgot what they were even called, those 6.5-inch ones, they look more like generic soldier men or generic robots with the paint on, but these look like they look like an actual person with a suit on. They even put wrinkles in the shoes and everything like that. Here's the helmet head up close. All the paint that it should have. If it needs more, I don't know. But yeah. Articulation, he can look up a little bit and look down, which may be about show accurate because these helmets were restricting and they had like this thick covering around their neck. No pivot at all, and it can rotate. We'll see the other head, what that can do when I replace it. This is my one wish with this line. I wish it had the lower ball joint like the G.I. Joe Classified series has and the Star Wars figures. Well, I want it to be like the G.I. Joe Classified, where it has a ball at the bottom and it still has the hinge with the ball connecting to the head. That works really awesome. So if it had that, he would be able to get into some of the poses I try to do better. So that disappoints me. Butterfly joint, really strong, but it has this weird shape to it. I thought it was just him, but I've messed with the Red Ranger again, and yes, it's just the same. He has this hinge right here, this swivel cut right there. It blends in so well. Double jointed elbows, and then he has the hinge at the bottom of the fist, and they rotate. Both hands do the same thing. He has the upper diaphragm right here, and it can rotate and pivot and all that junk. It can go back a lot, come forward a lot. Legs go out to here, can kick forward that much, kick back not at all really. Swivel right there, and that, like I said, that blends in well too. Double jointed knees, boot swivel. The feet can kick up a decent amount. They can kick all the way back, and ankle pivot. So awesome articulation. Here he is with the unmasked Billy head. I was worried on how they do the hair. Previous versions of Billy would always have bright blonde hair, and his hair was not bright blonde in the show. Maybe it's not really as light as it was in the show, but I'm cool with this. Here's the face up close. I think it's a good likeness. Now in later seasons, he stopped wearing the glasses. I can't remember if he got contacts or whatever, but he definitely stopped wearing the glasses, and he started trying to be cool looking like the other kids. Here's the back, and here's how far up he can look. He can look up a lot without the helmeted head. There is still it's a little bit of pivot right there. You can come down that much. And here's this unmasked group shot right here. And we need a proper Black Ranger, one that doesn't have the vest on. I have a feeling that it's going to be, at retail release, it's probably going to have Adam's face on there instead of a better Zach face. It would be nice if they updated Zach's face and threw both of those heads in there, but I know they aren't going to do that. I never bought the Green Ranger because I was being a cheap ass. And here's this with Tommy right there. Plus I was like, you know what? If I'm inevitably, or since they released the White Ranger first of all things, do I really need a Green Ranger? Because he eventually took over anyway. Now for the moment that some of you undoubtedly were waiting for. We take the power axe right here. Take the power bow, which has a little tiny cutout right here that I don't know if you can see, but it grooves over this little square silver part on the power axe. And now we can slide this part forward, basically keeping that in place. Then we can take the power daggers, put them onto the clip points right here, like give it enough space so that the bladed part can go back like that. Do that on both sides. The proper position is on the outer clips. And then we can take the power lance or the power maces, whatever you want to call them, and put them this way. And now I see why they actually have holes at the bottom, so that they can shoot out of those holes. And then last we need the power sword, which honestly there's a groove in the center right here, so it can be like that. But I just watched a clip from the show, and he actually would put it on this way, like this. Well, now we're all done, and we've created the power blaster. So here it is. It's cool. We didn't necessarily get a build a figure, but it's cool that we got this build a weapon accessory. This is awesome that it could do this, because they didn't do this with the Bandai release at all. The Bandai USA to be specific. And here's where it pays to collect multiple toy lines. This blast effect actually came with that Walgreens exclusive Black Ranger with the dragon armor. So you got that. And these holes are basically stand port size, which these happen to be, or should be. Let's see, yeah, that goes in. These are actually the Walmart exclusive Jetpack gray suited Black Widow Jetpack effects right there. And I would suggest probably putting these effects in before you even do all this. And this is like a rocket effect from one of the armors to Iron Man. So maybe I can't put both of these on there. Let me mess around with this and come back. Well, as clever as I wanted to be, I couldn't get those other effects on because the spread right there in the molding gets in the way no matter which one of these I put it in. And I tried the Transformers siege weapons, which don't work because this hole is the same size as that hole, so I couldn't get it like wrapped around because both of them are stand port size holes and whatnot. What I was talking about as far as this grooving into that spot, what I didn't realize is this comes to a point anyway, so yeah, that still fits in that area in the front right here. Alright, ending things on this shot, and yes, stuff like this does take a long time. Even posing them without their helmets took a long time. You're welcome. Thank you for the like on this video. If they ever make another Black Ranger, these things are all pretty much the same. They're all good, minus the thing with the neck. It all depends on what accessories they come with, and their accessories are typically awesome. Maybe they could have more hands if I'm being greedy. So if I get the new Black Ranger, I'll just spin him around, show the things he comes with, and just give an opinion. And show, if he comes with new accessories, show them off and refer you to my older video on that. But anywho, Billy the Blue Ranger is good. I like it, minus the little minor nitpicky gripes that I mentioned. So these are a good set. We're almost there, and I'm happy with these. Way more happy with these than the Legacy collection. That's what they were called. Anywho, thank y'all very much for watching this video. There'll probably be a link in the description to where you can find him as well as those NECA stands. Until next time, T-Man 978 out of here. Join the Syndicate Toy Hunters Facebook group. Link in the description. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit.